All right, well, the job is complete. I absolutely love it. It really goes with the theme of our old cabin here. Isn't that right, Scott? So these are the parts that we're going to be working with in our pedestal system. We've got a slope correcting shim here. We have the pedestal itself, which is adjustable. There's even a cool little adjustment tool. We have our spacer, and we've chosen an 1/8 inch spacer. These little tabs you can break off. We'll show you that later because we're going to be doing a running bond. And then we have this piece that is for perimeter pieces only, and it's to prevent wind uplift. And finally, we have a little 1 millimeter shim that goes on the top right against the pedestal itself. And that makes the pedestals nice and quiet when you step on them. And this is the system that we're going to be using to install our pedestals. Alrighty then, I thought it would be a good idea to show you what tools are going to be used or needed for this job. First up, we've got our chalk line. We use that to chalk a grid pattern onto our substrate, onto the TPO roof liner, so that we knew where our pedestals were going to set. And then we're using this laser level on a tripod. This thing's really slick. We only paid $70 for it, and so far it's working extremely well. And then we've got our tile puck, and that's a Tavi product, and that's pretty cool. There's that little bubble floating around in there, and when we get a bubble bullseye, that's when we know that we have properly leveled our pedestal, so it works pretty slick. This is a neat little tool that helps us adjust the height of those pedestals really efficiently and quickly. And of course, we've got an old school tape measure. Hopefully that doesn't need any explanation. A speed square, that's helping us out in several different areas. This is the little guy that we use to pop the spacer tabs off of the spacers. And then the angle grinder. The angle grinder, we use that to cut the base of the pedestal off, the ones that go up against the parapet. And since we do not have a saw large enough, our pedestals measure 16 inches by 48 inches in length, and our wet saw just isn't big enough to accommodate that size of a paver, of a porcelain paver. So we're going to use our angle grinder with a water bottle so that we'll be cutting those wet. And of course, we're going to be wearing some safety glasses and a mask while we're cutting that porcelain. And then we have our little bubble level. And I found that really helpful to look at when we're at a seam to make sure that those little pavers where they come together are nice and flat. So not too much. Pretty simple stuff. All right, so now we're going to go and level this pedestal.
All right, so to begin with, we've positioned the pedestal where on our chalk line where it needs to be. This one is a perimeter pedestal, so we've cut the edge off so the perimeter shims will keep the tiles from migrating. So we use the tile puck to do this. You can see that the is way out of level.
Oh yeah, our bubble's way over there.
Yeah, so anyway, basically what we'll do is we're going to just start off with 2 shims. So these shims come tapered on the one side, very thin, and thick on the other side. I think it's 5 degrees or so. So I'm going to go ahead and put the thick part of the shims opposite the bubble.
And how do those attach in there?
And these just have a little groove they go into.
Oh, right. So they don't really snap in. They just kind of settle into that little, into this little part here. So you can kind of see how that one is set into the perimeter of that.
So now we'll put the puck back on.
Let's see, how'd we do?
and I didn't get that in a good
So
spot.
now what?
That's even worse. So we're gonna take and rotate these shims to the other side.
Let's see.
We're
That's a lot better.
a little better, but it's gonna take a third shim on this one.
How do you know? Can you spin it around and see what happens?
So if I go,
Oh yeah, that's making it worse. So you get it as close. Okay,
and that's pretty good.
Let's see what happens when we put one more shim on there.
If I throw another one,
See if we can get a bullseye.
see what this does.
So now we've got 3 shims on there. Ooh,
That's a little better.
I would say that's a bullseye right there.
It kind of slipped out.
All right.
There we go.
Now the next thing we'll do, now that it's level, then we're going to go ahead
We're gonna
and
put this back together.
put the base plate, put that base plate on. All right, and then we're going to put our spacer in there. So on this particular roof, obviously we have a slope going from the home out towards the edge of the parapet, and then we also have a scupper right there on one end, and then we have another scupper here on this corner here. So in order for those to drain properly, the middle of this roof it's like a hump, right? So we're dealing with this hump in the middle of the roof, and then we're also dealing with the slope going this way. So how are we going to go about getting all of our little pedestals exactly the same height? Well, let's show you a little trick that we have. So to level all these pedestals, we took our very first one, we leveled it, and then we adjusted the height of it to the spot where we knew we wanted the top of our paver to sit. Once we did that, then we had our laser level, and we just made a mark because the laser level, we know we're sitting level because of the little bubble on there, and then it shines the light, and so we just made a mark on the stick, and we just set this little stick right on the plastic. And you want to make sure if somebody's helping you that you determine whether you're sitting it on the gasket or the plastic. And I say sit it on the plastic because that gasket goes on last. So then we just do our adjustment until that light shines right on our little mark on that stick the whole way. Just keep it there.
It's getting too big.
Yeah. So that's how we just raise the pedestals up and down until we make sure that that light is shining right onto our stick. So this one we can see that we need to raise that up quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and use the tool, and it can be kind of helpful to have someone just hold the base steady, because the more you wiggle it around, you might get it out of out of level again. But this little tool is raising it up, and we still have a little bit to go. Keep going, a little bit more, and boom, right there. Now we know exactly that that pedestal right there is the exact height of that pedestal right there. And it's pretty easy, and it goes pretty quick. So now that it's level, I just lay that little gasket on the top of there. And again, that just sets between the paver and the pedestal, and it just makes it really quiet when you walk on the surface of the pavers.
Okay, so we're just ready to set a paver. So first we leveled the pedestal. Next we set the pedestal to the elevation it needs to be. Then we put the spacers on, and the 1 millimeter rubber shim. Now I'll set the paver on there. Go ahead and just set the paver. And now just a little bit of fine tuning on some of these to get them into position.
Kick them? Oh, right. They move pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much, put the level on it, make sure it's flat.
Ooh. That's looking good.
And then I'll just turn this one up a little bit.
Can you kind of feel if they don't sit solid?
They can feel a little bit loose.
Okay, then what do we do about that?
We just turn it up a tiny bit just to make them snug.
Okay. So they're snug and they're level. And they feel really solid. All right. The paver, the tallest pedestal that we used was about 3.5 inches. And I think that little rubber shim that goes between the actual paver and the porcelain makes it really quiet. I mean, they feel super solid. There's no movement in here. And we have a really nice level surface here that just feels really solid and natural to walk on. I'm ecstatic over it. I think it's gorgeous.